Order. First item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. The chair will entertain a motion. Thank you. Commissioner Snell and Commissioner Bear, any questions with respect to the agenda? All those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. We're now up to public comment. Public comment is now open. Last call for public comment. Public comment is now closed. Move on now to committee items. The first item is approval of the minutes of last month's meeting. The chair will entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Thank you, Commissioner Snell and Commissioner Willis. Any questions on the minutes? I was not here. I was enjoying time on the island. Hearing no comments, all those in favor of approving last month's minutes will please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. And now the Department on Aging. Madam Director, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Good afternoon, everybody. It's always a pleasure to come to this meeting, especially when we get to honor our citizens of Jackson County. So recently, the advisory board met and chose 2 individuals that they would like to recognize at the fair this year as Seniors of the Year. So it's with great pleasure to bring forward Daryl Ebersol and also Michael Hayes. And just a little bit of information on Daryl Ebersol. He is a master gardener and has done great work in our community through going to the hospice home, working in their gardens. He's also done work at the Department on Aging, as well as teaching different classes from like growing tomatoes and different things like that to educate our seniors. He's done work at the Dahlem Center. He also at the hospice home takes the time to sit with individuals at their end of life. He helps to feed them, supports the staff, support the families that are going through this at the end of life. With Mr. Ebersol, he also participates in the pinning ceremonies. He goes to different facilities around Jackson County, and he goes to individuals' homes as needed. He is, again, a veteran, so that is worthy to be recognized. And he does just great work. When I looked at both of the people that were chosen for this, you can see there's a lot of compassion between them. They're always eager to help, and the love of community is definitely prevalent for both of them. Just a little bit on Mr. Michael Hayes. He comes to actually the Crouch Center. He is definitely a bright star and wanting to volunteer and just support the work that we do, but he also does a lot of work in the community. He's very involved with the Relay for Life. He does a lot of work with nutrition at one of the local churches and handing out food boxes and those that may need that help. He is also a veteran and is very supportive of being in the parades, going to different community events and sharing the history that he's experienced as a veteran. So these are just 2 worthy individuals that we would like to bring forward and recognize at the fair, which is August 4th.
I'm sorry, that was Senior Day at the fair, right?
Correct.
It's August 4th? Okay.
That Monday,
That's a Monday? Okay. When will the ceremony be?
11:30.
11:30. So committee members, please take note, 11:30 on Monday, the 4th. I will try to be there. Okay. Chair will entertain a motion to recommend these resolutions to the full board.
So moved. Support.
Thank you, Commissioner Snell and Commissioner Bear. All those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. And now your monthly report, Danielle.
The first part of my report, just a little bit more information on the individuals that you can take time to review. The next item was just an update on our statement of contract award, which was attached with my report. And comparing the 2024 to the 2025 Statement of Contract Awards as we are wrapping up the grant year, which ends on 9/30, there was about a $42,000 difference between the 2024 to 2025, and that was a slight reduction. Part of that is captured through the kinship dollars that Wellwise kind of kept internal. So within the 3 counties, what they found is that people were kind of reaching out to them for services, and so they kept the dollars for kinship services inside their agency. Well, so basically, we just refer out to Wellwise if we see that need happening. There was a slight decrease in respite care, and the biggest change was in the state funding for Meals on Wheels. That was about a $17,000 decrease. There will be another statement of contract award coming probably in August, or it could be right in September. What that's going to be related towards is we made a change in the C1, C2 funding, which is congregate funding to home delivered meals. We were quite hopeful that it was going to happen. We weren't sure with some of the different things that have happened, changes at the state and federal level, if that change was going to be allowed, but it did come through. We asked for a change of $81,100 between the 2 programs, and that's just in the federal funding area. You can ask for up to 40% to be moved between the 2 funding sources, and ours ended up being 39.96, so just about the highest dollar that we could get to for that. So again, we'll bring that forward when that change is made between the statement of contract award. Just a little bit of update on Project Fresh. There was a little bit of delay in getting that launched, but people are able to apply for those that benefit to get that $25 voucher. We were excited to learn that in Jackson, we received actually an increase in funding that's available through the Project Fresh this year. Normally, we get about 140 coupons that are available in Jackson County. They actually increased it to 215 coupon books, which is like $5,375 available for local farmers in our community if they're signed up to participate in Project Fresh. So what we've been doing is helping seniors apply for that if they need assistance. Our calls have been a little bit lower, so I do feel that families are actually helping older adults, or older adults are doing it themselves by going online and completing the application and using the mobile app. So, but we are there to support individuals if they need help in applying. We can walk through that process with them. We're actually in looking back on that amount that I mentioned, it was an increase of from last year of $1,875. So that's quite a bit of an increase for our local community. So we're happy with that. I highlighted a few upcoming senior center activities that we have happening. Of course, this week we have our summer dance, so you can always come out and have lunch and enjoy some music with Mateo and Rick. When Rick used to be our facilities director, so we enjoy having him out and playing the entertainment with the seniors. And we also have Bless the Tigers experience. So it's basically you get to look at a lot of memorabilia, learn a little bit about the history and some of the things that have been happening. It was well received last year, so we wanted to bring that back around. Also, a couple highlights for August. We have Senator Sushink is going to have a senior summit. It was well attended last year, and she wanted to do that again this year. We usually have about 15 to 18 tables of information about senior resources, so it's a good time to come out and see what's available across Jackson County, available for older adults and caregivers in our community. And then we're also planning a garden party, and if you kind of zoomed in on that, you'll actually see this by Green Thumb. And Mr. Ebersol is actually going to be there and help participate with that event. So again, he's a great supporter of the programs that we offer at the center. Just wanted to highlight a moment of excellence. Recently, one of our workers received a call from a caregiver in the community who mentioned that her father, who started the meals in March, has gained 23 pounds. He's more mobile and looks forward to each delivery. She said that she said that she reads him the menu each day, and he's always looking forward to his favorite meals. So again, everybody has their favorite things, ones that they get really excited about when they're coming. And she just wanted to know how grateful that she is for the Meals on Wheels program. Yeah. Any questions?
Very good questions for this Department on Aging. Commissioner Bear, please.
Thank you. Danielle, the Senior of the Year Awards are going to be presented at the fair, 11:30. Where in the fair will this take place?
It's usually right around the area of the American One Event Center. Last year, I think we were off. If you were standing in front of the building, we were off to the right, left-hand side. I think this year we're on the right-hand side. But if you head towards there, they usually have a tent up and a stage because they do entertainment as well. So head in that general direction. We'd love to have you.
All right, thank you.
And I will note that I attended the volunteer lunch a couple weeks ago. Well attended, packed to the gills, and very well done as always. So thank you for that. Nice job. The chair will entertain a motion to receive the report. Thank you, Commissioner Willis and Commissioner Bear. All in favor will please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
All right, thank you.
And now the Health Department, Kristen Pluta.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I have one quick item for you today, and it is just my monthly report. It is a pretty standard report. Not a whole lot to highlight that stands out from any other month that I report. Quick thing to note on our maternal infant health program. We are down some staffing in that department right now, so we're looking for a public health nurse and a social worker. They work as a team, a nurse and a social worker in that maternal infant health program, and we happen to lose the nurse through retirement and a social worker through a resignation. So we are currently seeking either of those positions. If you know of anyone interested in some pretty amazing work, with young moms moms and young children, please feel free to send them our way. Our Children's Special Health Care Program, that program was just highlighted on JTV just last Thursday. So if you're, interested in learning anything about that program and how they help individuals in our community, Ann McClure, our coordinator of that program, was just on with, I think, Andy and Bart Hawley last Thursday morning to talk all about them. Summer programming, we end, I feel like I'm always in some realm of school, whether it's school is beginning, school is ending, or we're, off for a little bit. But through all of those seasons, we still continue our programming in various ways. So we are off in all of our summer programming right now, and then preparing for continuation back into the schools, and believe it or not, next month. So personal and preventative health, I will make a note that our office hours have changed a little bit. We've decreased an office day for our IMS and sexual health clinic in order to be out in the community more. We are by appointment only, and when we found we're better served a lot of times out in the community doing our services out there, as opposed to asking people to come to our office. So our current office hours are Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday for sexual health and our immunization clinic. We will have some different hours posted as we gear up for back to school and immunizations, in the waivers and all that comes again with back to school in that department as well. And we will keep our social media and website posted on any additional or available hours that we have to make sure the community is aware. And lastly, just, within here is all of the different outreach and impact opportunities that we have, where we've been in the community and how we are trying to reach and keep people healthy in the community. One of the things that is still going on, just to make note of, in the environmental health department is our vector program, which is mosquitoes and tick-borne illness. We're still in the trenches of that and collecting mosquitoes and analyzing and sending those to the state every week. I think we go through early September with that program. So that continues to be, one of those areas that we can focus on throughout that summer. Keep those vector-borne diseases in check, or at least know what's happening in our community, so we can warn those about them. So, any questions?
Questions for the Health Department? All sounds well. I did hear from Nancy Smith of Senator Schink's office this morning regarding Arbor Village. Apparently, they had until June 30th to come into some form of compliance, which they didn't, and told that Eagle is going to begin the daily penalties that can be assessed, which seems to me is long overdue already. But just to you guys have been watching that,
Yeah.
and I just heard that this morning from Nancy Smith of Senator Schink's office.
Good to hear.
Okay. Chair will entertain a motion to receive the report. Thank you, Commissioner Snell and Commissioner Bear. All those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, committee members, will take up the resolution to oppose MDHHS's PIHP procurement process. This is a resolution which a number of counties have already adopted. And as we note in our draft here, it is from both ends of the political spectrum, are not happy with MDHHS's process. This was drafted by Lifeways, who this most directly affects. And so there's a couple of edits in here for Jackson County's purpose. But resolutions have been adopted by counties as diverse as Washtenaw and Newaygo and others, including Michigan State Health Network, which is our prepaid inpatient health program here for Jackson County's Lifeways. And we anticipate passage by Lifeways Board at this Wednesday's meeting. So entertain any questions about this. It's rather arcane as far as the funding mechanism for community mental health agencies, but MDHHS has taken it upon themselves to kind of blow up an existing and well-functioning process, and we are concerned that the process would be outsourced basically to private insurance companies that does not have the sort of public representation that we have on Mid-State Health Network and at Lifeways. Questions, comments? Commissioner Snell, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It should be noted that right now, we operate with about a 2% administrative fee, and going to this new system, it would go up to 15% administrative fees. That is taking services away from those who need it most, so I fully support this.
And Commissioner Williams, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this has been, as you mentioned, some conversation on both sides of the aisle. People are sharing their various opinions on this. I also stand in favor of this motion that will soon pass, or the resolution, excuse me. This does, in my opinion, will cause great harm in our community. And I think that having the opportunity to service our own community and not are these resources being outsourced to others, I think if that were to happen, will cause greater harm. So if we can continue to work and do things at the local level and continue to run these services in the manner in which they run, which have proven to have been working, I think would be best move for us. So I stand in favor of opposing of this motion. Of the resolution, excuse me.
Okay, thank you very much. Chair will entertain a motion to recommend this resolution to the full board.
Support.
Thank you, Commissioner Snell, Commissioner Williams. Any further questions? And Commissioner Bear, thank you for your comments earlier today, and we do have an updated, we've got your name right. Sorry that it wasn't right in the first place. Commissioner Willis has a question.
Do we have any information from Michigan Department of Health and Human Services on what this what change this brings to them and why they feel it's an advantage?
I guess my comment would be that DHHS is keeping its own counsel in many respects here. And it's not known why it is that this is being drafted. They say that they did a survey that shows that services will be improved by this mechanism, but they have not responded to a FOIA request for that information. And we just don't know.
So I do strongly feel local input is critical to good community mental health. However, with what's before us, I don't have enough information to assume that or I don't want to just go off fear mongering on what will happen or what may not happen. So from my understanding of it, some of the things that they're trying to do are to address low income and other families that are not being currently served by this system. So until I get more knowledge on that, I couldn't vote in support of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we have a motion in front of us, and Madam Clerk, if you would call the roll, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Commissioner Bear,
Yes.
Commissioner Willis,
No.
Commissioner Williams,
Yes.
Commissioner Snell,
Yes.
Chairman Pulaski.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, members. And now we're on to other business, the claims. Everyone has seen the claims. Chair will entertain a motion to pay the claims. Thank you, Commissioner Snell, Commissioner Willis. All in favor of paying the claims will please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Members, please take note of other minutes, of which there are none. Reporting schedule for next month. Lifeways will be in. Did we pay claims? Yeah. Okay, good. Reporting schedule. Public comment. Public comment is now open. Is there public comment? Last call for public comment. Public comment is now closed. Committee member comments? Any committee member comments? Hearing none, we will adjourn to the call of the